Welcome to the Fine Film Podcast. I am your host, Sin. Today I'm joined with Dane. Dane B.
Great to be here.
Thanks for coming on, Dane.
Anytime.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for making time in your busy schedule.
Yeah, I'm a very busy man.
to do this.
I'm a very dangerous man too, if you didn't know.
Are you James Bond?
Come, Mr. Bond, come.
No, we both know you enjoy
Enjoy being
as much
busy
as
I do.
Today we're going to be reviewing a very new film.
Yeah.
2020 film called Another Round. With its Danish name, Druk.
Yes.
Am I pronouncing that right, Dane?
Is it Druk?
Druk or Drak?
Or Drak.
Or Drak.
Or Drak, yes. I believe you're somewhat right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But for us English folks, we like to call it Another Round.
Another Round, yes.
The film was released last year.
Which was kind of good because in lockdown you're drinking.
You're drinking, and the movie's all about drinking.
Yeah.
So it was a good release just before the Oscar season. It's a Danish film by director Thomas Vinterberg.
I love Thomas.
It stars Mads Mikkelsen, which we both love.
Oh my god!
Its budget was 5.7 million. And
would you say that's a big budget for a Danish movie?
For a Danish film, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I think it's decent.
Yeah. Like, what's that in Danish dollars?
I think Vinterberg can ask for the budget, and he gets the budget.
He gets the budget. He's like the Christoph Nolan
he's known as the Steven Spielberg of Denmark.
Of Danish cinema.
So 5.7 million.
Okay.
He made 2.2 million at the box office.
Which is pretty good considering the time he was
Considering the timing.
Yeah.
Whereas people couldn't go and watch it.
Yeah.
How do we watch it? We will not discuss on this podcast.
Yeah, you'll find out soon enough.
Soon enough, you'll all find out. He won the Academy Award for Best Foreign Film at the Oscars.
Should have won for Best
But I feel like he deserved
picture.
to be in the category of Best Picture.
What a joke. What an absolute joke.
It's a foreign film, though. And
yeah, what's your point? Sorry, what was the previous winner from the year before? Could you tell me?
What was it?
That other international movie that won?
Parasite.
Yeah.
But that's a foreign film. Yeah.
Oh god.
That is a joke.
I know.
Was that not considered a foreign film?
It won both, I think.
You can't win. We can't win both.
Yeah, you can.
You can't win Best Foreign and Best Picture.
That's like saying you can't have your Best Actor and Best Supporting Actor nominated.
You get the hell out.
Yeah, but didn't one movie had two Best Actors nominated? I think like Al Pacino and De Niro both were nominated.
As leading actor.
Yeah, 2 entries for one category.
I don't know about that.
I don't know. Maybe we're just making shit up. Who knows?
Interesting. We'll look up the Parasite later.
Okay.
I'm interested to know.
But that could be a whole nother podcast.
That could be a whole nother episode.
Yeah.
So it won the Academy Award for Best Foreign Film.
Landslide.
I think there was a couple of other films there. One particular Bosnian film that I enjoyed.
Oh yeah, you do like the Bosnian.
But we'll get into that another time as well. I'll jump into the synopsis of the film.
Okay.
And then we'll get into some initial feelings.
Yeah.
Okay. So the official synopsis of the film is: 4 high school teachers consume alcohol on a daily basis to see how it affects their social and professional lives.
You think, wow.
What is this about?
This sounds like a really shit movie.
This sounds just like any regular 4 teachers.
Exactly.
Lives. So Another Round. What are your overall kind of initial feelings?
So we actually watched this one together.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did. Earlier this year, and when you said what it was about, I'm like, yeah, some Danish
What was
guys.
the hook that really made you want to watch this? Is it because you're a teacher?
Well, the thing is, I think when you said Mads, I'm like, okay.
You had me at Mads
Yeah,
Mikkelsen.
you had me at Maddelson. Yeah, so watch that, and then I don't know, my initial thoughts. Loved it, and didn't love it that much, but it was one of those movies when you think about it more, you appreciate it.
The more you love it.
Yeah. When you think about it more, you appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely. I loved it as well. I thought it was a fresh movie to watch, especially at that time, because I feel like we didn't get many movies last year.
Yeah. Do you feel like you've seen this before? Because I feel like I haven't seen a movie like this before.
I think the idea hooks you. I think the initial idea of because I guess to break it down a little bit more, the idea is that in the movie they say that humans are born with 0.0.
We're like down 0.5.
We're down
0.05.
Yeah, blood alcohol level.
Yep.
And they say that the optimal level for a human, just to live their life and just to be the best that they can be.
By some scholars or...
By scholars,
maybe
by...
Shakespeare, we don't know.
Students.
Alcoholics.
Alcoholics, yeah, definitely. Is to be on a daily basis at a 0.05% blood alcohol level.
Because you think 0.05, you're not in that dangerous level.
I mean... We've all been at the 0.05 level. But yeah, I guess that initial idea and like them actually... This is a theory... There's a movie about it where these 4 guys actually test it.
Yeah,
I think that in itself, just telling anyone that little synopsis, that little idea, I think that hooks people. And that's kind of why it hooked me. Because I thought, I don't think I've seen anything like that.
Okay.
It'll be interesting to see what happens to them when they do this.
Repercussions. Yeah, we want to see the repercussions.
Is it good? Is it bad? Should I do it? I don't know. So that was my initial feeling, and I really loved the film. I thought it was great. We could probably break down the film a little bit now and get into what we liked about it.
Okay. For the 4 characters, one sports teacher, the other. Is he a teacher as well, or is just kind of a family man?
The family man?
Yeah, do you remember the family man?
I believe the family man is also a teacher. I can't remember exactly what he teaches.
Yeah, but then there's the music teacher, Peter.
And
then we have our boy, Martin.
Martin, played by Mads Mikkelsen.
Mads Mikkelsen.
He is...
And he's the central character.
Teacher.
And the central character.
Central character of the story.
Exactly.
It really revolves around him. And
the movie starts out, he's kind of... Not depressed.
I had a little note here of how I picture or how I describe Mads at the beginning of this film.
Hit me.
So my words were Mads Mikkelsen's character is a bit of a loser.
Yeah, you think you're a loser, don't you? Yeah.
He's a teacher. His life's a bit boring.
He's going through the motions.
He's going through the motions, and I feel like he's been stuck in that, kind of routine for a little while.
Yeah.
And there's nothing really exciting happening.
He's almost like when you every movie that pictures like an old sad husband with a family, he's portraying this right now, and you're just like shit, I don't want my life to be like that. Because he's just going through. It's
like he remembers a time where he was a little bit of a more exciting man, and I think his life's in a bit of a rut, and he
hasn't always been like this.
He hasn't always been like this, and you can see that he longs for some kind of excitement or some kind of change in his life.
But the thing is, I think at the time, he doesn't want to change.
Yeah, he's stuck in his ways.
Yeah, like he's not even like, I'm wanting to get out of this kind of nature.
Yeah,
he's just feeling sorry for himself. And
he doesn't know what to do about it, I think.
Yeah, and he's just stuck. But then he goes, has dinner with his 3 other mates.
The teachers.
Yeah, the teachers. The teacher boys.
The teacher boys. They all have a very sexy dinner at a very sexy restaurant, sharing a couple of bottles of wine.
Yeah.
They get quite intoxicated.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I really think so.
Yeah.
And I think that's where they kind of bring up this whole idea about the blood alcohol level and what a crazy idea this could be.
I know.
I don't think they decide that they're going to do it at that point. I think it's at a later time that they say, why don't we fucking do this?
Well, I think at the dinner, we see how sad Mads really is, or Martin, because he thinks his wife's cheating on him, I think.
Yeah. He's suspicious. That's kind of revealed to us.
Yeah. But even then, he's not angry. He's not passionate. He's just sad. And
he's kind of accepting that he's
a
loser.
He's a loser. Yeah, he thinks he's a loser.
There's a beautiful scene at that table where it's... I believe I've listened to the director talk about this, and it's a beautiful scene of them trying to showcase the loneliness of his character.
Okay.
But how do you do that at a dinner environment? And they use this beautiful close-up of zooming in on his face, and you're literally just staring at him while everything else is kind of... there's a bit of noise in the background, but it kind of goes a little bit silent, and he feels like he's really sad and lonely.
Yeah.
Even though he's having dinner with his 3 mates and they're drinking and laughing. They're talking about some of the things, and he's laughing as well. There's a little moment there where you're like, fuck, Yeah,
he brings himself back to his own demise, if you can say. Yeah,
exactly.
Oh God, yeah.
It's
good. This movie gets me going.
It gets me going. Makes me want to have a nice glass of wine.
Yeah.
All right. Well, from that point on, I guess they decide to do this kind of little experiment. They're like, should we do this? Is it crazy that we do this? they all can kind of hold each other accountable, I guess, because they all work together at the school.
Yeah, they think if they come up with this like kind of game plan, you know, they don't get over 0.05. They make sure they're doing, you know,
they keep each other in check.
Driving, like all those things. They're trying to. They think if they do these things, then they're not hurting anyone or ethically doing anything wrong. Yeah, because they're doing it for science, was it, or for?
I believe it was for science.
Yeah, for science.
But yeah, so they decide to do this. They have to essentially, I think, to get themselves to that level, they have to drink. I think Mads starts off with about 2 glasses of wine in the morning.
Every hour or 2 hours they have to
I believe it's like every 2 hours or so.
And they're sneaking in the bathroom, you know, they got their flasks.
They are.
You're like, Jesus, how would you do this?
This man's, you've been drinking on the job.
I know.
So they're doing that. They trying to maintain that level. They all kind of start off at that point, right?
Immediate results?
Immediate results because they notice that you know, I think you can see it through. I think it's a music teacher, right? Yeah. And he has a lesson where he's playing music and doing things or whatever, and he's a lot more, you know, like energetic. He's playful.
He changes his lesson plan. He's doing things he wouldn't normally do. And you can just see the passion on him. And then Mads obviously has his fun lesson with his group. But as soon as he walks in, he claps his hands. He's ready to talk.
It's a different Mads.
Yeah, exactly. Before the students were ignoring him, I believe, in class, and here they're all put their pens and books down, phones down, and then they're paying attention to him. Yeah. And you can just see, you're like, should I do that?
Should I be drinking constantly?
Should we do this podcast 0.05?
I think we should.
Is that what we're doing right now?
That's what we should. This isn't apple juice. So they notice, like, you know, differences straight away, and they, I guess, continue to kind of do this. You know, lack of a, you know, better description, it kind of starts to kind of derail as they kind of stop sticking to that 0.05 limit, and they slowly start increasing because they're like, oh, well, what if I go to 0.08?
Yeah, what harm is that?
What happens then? What if I go to 1?
Yeah, exactly. I know what you mean.
Yeah, and it slowly kind of starts derailing. And some of the other characters, obviously, everyone's experiencing a different reaction to this, and everyone's dealing with it separately.
And it's everyone's kind of, all of them have got something in their lives that they want either changed or they're not happy with, and they're all experiencing it in different ways. And I think
affecting them in a different way.
With Mads.
Martin.
With his family, he's much better. He tells his wife, "Hey, let's do something tonight," and she's like, "No, I gotta go to work. I can't." And he's like, "No, cancel. Like, who cares? Be spontaneous." He took his 2 sons, I think, on camping, and then they had a nice night in the tent. Mads and his wife. Oh, okay.
It was a very nice
You
night.
don't have to do that.
Mads, where did Mads go?
And then the wife starts crying in the tent, and it's because she missed her husband, the person she met and fell in love with.
She missed that side of him, and who she fell in love with. And
so you're seeing good repercussions, and then obviously the more it goes, the worse it gets. With the sports teacher, it was good too because he was more passionate. You know, watching his team play soccer, the class, and all that stuff.
He got a bit rowdy on the soccer pitch, which was a good scene.
Yeah, but did he stuff up by leaving alcohol in the equipment shed?
He did. I think that comes a little bit later, but one of the teachers sees and kind of is like not sure why that happened.
Yeah.
He also had his water bottle on the soccer pitch filled up with alcohol, and one of the little kids didn't have water, and was asking for the bottle. He's like, "Kid, you take some of this." But he kind of starts slipping. I think and you see it with the sports teacher that he's. My theory is that he probably has a bit of a drinking problem already. Yeah. And when he heard this idea, he fucking loved it. Yeah. So I think when he heard this idea, he was like, let's fucking do it.
I haven't been doing this already.
He's like, I've been drunk this whole time.
I've been drinking on the job.
So he kind of starts slipping. Everyone kind of starts getting affected a different way.
He's the most already kind of I don't want to say unstable, but he's like he lives alone. He's already kind of
his wife left him, or it's not around, or something like that. It's maybe a little bit unclear. I'm not too sure.
Yeah. But anyway, as the journey goes on, the worse it gets for him. I think. Yeah.
Exactly.
The school starts finding out.
School finds out.
Just with the sports teacher with Tommy.
I believe
because Tommy's the only one that gets
sports teacher. Because of the shed. Because I think he was keeping a bottle of something in the sports shed.
Yeah.
And he got busted that way, and then.
But they all didn't get in trouble, right?
No, I don't think all of them. But I think his kind of life really turns to shit, and I mean, like he's just drinking quite a lot, and he's fucking in a really bad place, and just kind of starts to fall apart. I don't think that scene when he comes into I think it's like the teacher meeting or whatever. Yeah. I think is that much later in the film.
I'm not too sure. I don't think it's too.
But it's kind of like the beginning of like, all right, like this is really bad.
The downfall experiment, but they kind of don't stop because they realize they got an alcohol problem.
The alcoholics.
Yeah, exactly. So then they've got that addiction, which they have to deal with. But then we find out as things get started going well. Mads suspecting his wife cheating. It was actually cheating on him.
It's true,
They have a big fight. But she gives her reasons, which you almost you never have a good reason to cheat, but you can be pushed to that if that makes sense. People can push you away to do bad things.
That's kind of the way she sees it, and she kind of explains it that way. That like, look at you, you're a fucking loser. You made me do this.
You cheated on yourself.
So you've done this yourself. So I think they have this massive fight. He proves his point that she was cheating and everything like that.
But she had valid points.
And
she's like, what's not living?
It's a good argument, I think, that they have. That kind of justifies it a little bit.
She still loves him, but she couldn't live her life boring.
Couldn't do it anymore.
Be a loser.
Couldn't be with a loser anymore.
Yeah.
That's kind of like where the movie leads, I guess. It's interesting to see with the music teacher. Yeah. So they have kind of like the kids have some kind of final at the end of the year, right? I don't know what these Danish kids do.
I don't know how they do it.
How
SATs?
The educational system in Denmark is that?
I think they're actually a really good system, by the way.
Much better system
than anywhere else in the world.
Copy that. So I think they have like some kind of tests or finals and things like that. I like the scene where one of the kids is super nervous to perform or to
anxiety the pressure of performing.
Was it a performance or was it an
exam,
interview exam or something, or written exam?
I think it was a verbal exam.
That's answer questions and stuff like that.
But I think you have to,
super anxious, doesn't want to speak.
A conversation.
So what happens with the scene is that the music teacher, I mean, he's still drinking on the job.
He's just like
he's seen his life kind of improve, and I think he gives the student his own water bottle, which is filled with alcohol.
Take a sip, take a break.
To suggest to kind of calm his nerves and do that. And it works.
I know.
The kid passes, goes off to uni. That's it. He's had a great life.
You know what? That reminded me because when I was at uni,
I also drank.
I drank all. No, I didn't. I never did that. But I remember. Do you remember at uni, like when you before the exam, like you go to toilet or whatever, and I would just hear people throwing up like aggressively in the toilet. I'm like, man, get together. It's just an exam. Like,
pull together, man.
It's not the end of the world, but like there are people like that that the pressure is too much for them.
Pressure to succeed.
And maybe if they just had a couple shots of vodka or whiskey,
if they kept it at 0.05,
maybe that would have been alright.
It would have been fine.
You don't know, but so that's how that kind of ended up. But when I saw that, I was like, oh god, it reminded me of how bad it is for some people. Just that pressure, but it's putting it on yourself. Yeah,
exactly. It was interesting because it was a bit of a question of morals at that point as well for the music teacher, right?
So and was the kid 18? Like he might have been year 12 or the end of high school. Would he have been 18 or 17?
Is it right to do that for the kid? I mean, he helps the kid out, right? Because the kid fucking needs it. Yeah. And it does really help him out, but at the end of the day, you probably shouldn't be doing that.
Well, it's not probably shouldn't be. It definitely shouldn't be. So I'm going to ask you, ethically.
Yeah.
Are you doing that? Are you not doing that? What?
Would I do that to the
situation.
kid?
You're the teacher.
I think in this system, I probably wouldn't. But in a European
what system is this?
I think if I was a teacher in Denmark, I think things would be looked at slightly different.
A bit loose?
I think loose, loose is the right.
They're a little crazy over there, aren't they?
They're so crazy. No, look, end of the day, it's not the right thing to do.
Yeah, and you can't. Ethically wrong.
Yeah.
But morally wrong?
Morally wrong as well.
Is it? I mean, we could maybe test it.
Hey, he needed a teacher to get him through this, to get him through school, to help him out. And he kind of did that for him.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
But I'm going to ask you another question.
Here we go.
I'm good at the questions.
Go on.
He does that, right? Then his next exam after uni, he starts drinking. He goes, "Oh my God, this is a good way to keep my nerves down."
Yeah.
Then he drinks and drinks and drinks and drinks. Boom. Rabbit hole. He's drunk all the time. He's
Does that
pissing in the
happen?
exam.
Or is this a hypothetical?
No, this is hypothetical. Yeah.
Did I miss 20 minutes of the film?
Oh, this is the sequel. Another round 2.
Another round.
A second round.
Second round.
The roundening.
We go again.
Yeah. What do you think? Because that could happen. That's how these habits start.
Yeah.
You take sleeping pills because you can't sleep one night, and then you're like, oh, this is
Next
good
thing you know, you're sleeping forever.
So that's where it's definitely a wrong thing to do. And
look, I think it can definitely lead to that kind of rabbit hole. It really depends on the person, I think.
Oh yeah, there are definitely addictive personalities.
This person, I mean, the teacher doing this for the kid is like a little thing to help him out. Yeah, who knows what that's going to lead to? Possibly it could. Maybe the kid needed that to get a little bit more confident. Where eventually he doesn't need that. Yeah, but he's going to need it for the next couple of years.
But if no one's there to tell him that, how will we know he's going to be okay? Another round 2.
Join us
Here
next
we
year.
go again.
The Australian version. Kid moves to Australia. Doesn't stop drinking.
He hasn't stopped since that day.
He's been drunk this whole time.
Yeah, but so we kind of realize what they're doing is wrong. Yeah. But there's an argument like online about this. The celebration of drinking alcohol. Yeah, and that's what's wrong with this movie.
Is the movie celebrating drinking and celebrating alcohol? Yeah,
that can be addictive. That can be that has destroyed lives everywhere. Or is there is there the thing where you take pride in moderation? Yeah, and I think when people get things right like that, their lives are better. Yeah, well, I think the director Thomas Vinterberg, I think his reason for this type of film or this subject matter, was not to show a movie about how alcoholism is bad and drinking is bad. I mean, there's elements of that. Yeah, but I think the overall message of the film, was that he wanted to show alcohol being celebrated, because he talks about the greatest moments in our lives. I know. There's always some sort of alcohol involved, right? Yeah. A date, the first time you meet your future wife or whatever, your wedding, whatever's happening. There's always some sort of. It's a celebration, right? We use alcohol to celebrate things. 100%. And why do we always look at it? And there's so many movies about people being drunk, and going into alcoholism and gone really deep into it and destroying their lives and everything like that. But I think he wanted to kind of have a little bit of a twist with this film to show the celebration of drinking as 100%. Well, and we probably don't talk about it enough.
We should drink.
We should drink all the time.
We should drink a lot more.
I think with you as well, I know myself definitely, I wouldn't have met my girlfriend if I wasn't drunk.
I think it definitely helps.
I was drunk when I went back, and that made me go and walk straight to her.
Oh, you bet.
So I think is that the same with you? With your girlfriend?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Thanks for asking. Yeah. No,
so we're both losers.
Losers, just like Mads ends up being.
Yeah, we're just cowardly.
Well, you think I'm a loser, don't you?
But exactly. But there's no abuse of alcohol there.
No. But I think it shows both sides. We see the negative side and how it affects someone negatively, and some of them improves their lives and maybe makes them do something that they wouldn't have done. And at least I think it gives them that lesson that they needed at this point of their lives, where things have gone a bit stale. Yeah, they needed something to kind of give their life a bit of excitement.
Well, it's almost, it pushes them to learn how to do these things without the alcohol, because you don't need the alcohol. It's all in you.
The lesson is
it was always you, Pete. It was always you.
You never.
Here I am, standing in your doorway.
Like I've always been standing in your doorway.
Spider-Man 2 reference for the people that didn't know.
Those of you who don't know.
But you know what I mean? Yeah. Because at the end, he patches things up with his wife.
He does, and that's what I wanted to get to. I guess that leads to.
Did I ruin?
How dare you ruin this movie? Oh, by the way. This is a heavy spoiler review. We love to do the heavy spoiler warning right in the middle of the session.
This is a discussion for people.
I think it is.
Yeah, we want people to email us.
Let us know what you think.
Sorry.
So I think there's this whole little plot throughout the film that Mads' character, Martin, was a fantastic dancer.
He loved to dance.
He loved dancing. He was a dancer. He loves to dance.
Yes.
This little plot goes along. It's like you're not dancing anymore.
Yeah.
You know? And maybe that's a metaphor for his life.
You reckon?
You're not dancing anymore, Mads.
I know.
Martin?
Oh, wow.
So it kind of like, there's that thing in the background. It's like, you used to be this fun guy. You used to do all these things. We were spontaneous. We had a good life. You've gotten kind of boring. You used to dance. You were a phenomenal dancer.
We both know I'm a phenomenal dancer.
We both know I'm a phenomenal dancer. So it kind of leads to that.
Yeah.
And leads to the the end of the film, where one of them, who's the PE teacher, whose name's Tommy, he obviously derails quite a lot throughout the film. Yeah, his life's sort of falling apart. He ends up dying.
Yes,
I believe he drowns.
Well, he gets drunk and sails his boat out.
That's right. One last sail. You know what it reminds me of?
Ghoul hunting.
No, it reminds me of Point Break. When Patrick Swayze, he knows he's going to die because he wants to serve the biggest, the biggest wave.
He wants to drink the biggest bottle.
He wants the biggest bottle, and he goes out there.
Yeah. But I think it's completely different.
But it's completely different.
But I know what you mean. It's like they kind of both know they're going to their demise.
Yeah, he knows. He's like, I want to take my fucking boat.
He's like, Bodie.
Bodie. Yeah, Mads comes, shoots his gun at me.
No, I know what you mean. Yeah, but it's not the same at all.
Nothing like that. So anyway, that happens. He dies. It's super serious because obviously they've been doing this thing.
But this also wakes the other three up.
It wakes them up. It's a rough scene. It's they can all feel it as well. They're kind of, I believe they're all kind of on the edge as well of like close to being to that point as well where their kind of lives are getting ruined. Yeah. And that kind of wakes them up and it leads to kind of the ending of the film, right? Yeah. And the ending of the film, it's them at his funeral, right? And then at his like wake afterwards, whatever.
They're at like little reception.
Yeah. And it leads to, I guess, Mads' wife texting him. Yeah. To, hey, it's me.
You up?
Are you up? Are you still up? Or she texts him and she kind of shows that she wouldn't mind giving it another chance.
Yeah. Like you gave my uncle a chance.
And I think that's a turning point for Mads because all this shit has just gone wrong. He's kind of at the edge as well. And he might be crossing that, that line to also descend with this fucking experiment, alcoholism, and he's not happy and all this other shit. And that kind of gives him a little bit of hope. Yeah. Which leads to kind of the finale of the film, which we'll get to in a second. Yes. After we take a very short break.
A short break?
A very short break.
Okay, should we dance
it out? Because we could.
Mads likes to dance.
Just a short little break and we're back with another round.
Another round. Wait,
okay.
Is this another round?
Druk. I guess it is.
Yeah. Take two.
Take two. Yeah. Should we drink? So we were just talking about the finale of the film. Yes. Mads gets a text from his wife. Yeah. It shows him a bit of hope that she's willing to consider getting back together. Yeah. And staying together, I guess. Which leads to, I guess, the graduation as well of all their students, right? And I guess it's a Danish fucking tradition to just celebrate, party on the streets. Everyone fucking does that. All the kids celebrate. All the parents and the.
I wouldn't be against us adopting such traditions.
We should. Every time we graduate, we should get all the kids in the town to run amok.
Yeah, maybe every Friday. What do you think?
Yeah, I don't know, speak to the board.
Fuck off work,
We should all celebrate the way the kids celebrate at the end of the year. So the kids are all celebrating. They're all dressed up nice. They're doing their celebration.
So right in front of the reception area. What are the chances?
What are the chances? So Mads is also kind of on the street. They've been drinking as well at the wake. Obviously it's a sad moment.
Would you say he's really drunk though?
I think he's at about a 0.05.
You reckon?
No, I don't know. I think he is.
I feel like he's not really that cooked though.
I think he's like at a he's probably at that 0.05 level, like a little bit, because he's probably had a couple of drinks, right? Yeah. And then he takes a champagne bottle.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say he's drunk enough to do what he's about to do.
But see, that's where I think the extra bottle helps. Because he takes a bottle, he continues to drink, and he continues to walk through the city, right? Yep. He sees all the students, they're all celebrating. I guess they're all walking, and they're his two other friends, teachers.
Yeah, they're two, yeah.
So the kids are all saying hi to them, they're celebrating, they're having a good time.
Congratulations. I think the other teacher sees the student he helped out.
The student he helped out, yeah. Yep. It's a good little scene, yeah. Loops it all together.
Yeah, loop-de-loop.
loop-de-loop. And Mads, I guess he comes to the end of it. He's on like a bench. He's drinking still, and it's a beautiful moment. I think it's one of the better ending scenes I've seen in a movie in a little while.
Yep.
He finally decides to dance.
Yes.
Like he's once danced before.
Yes, like they asked him to at the very start of the movie when they were at dinner.
Exactly. Yeah, because they did. They asked him,
"Can you dance?" And he's like, "No."
They're like, "You were a fantastic dancer,
a phenomenal dancer,
phenomenal dancer." So it's a great scene. It's one of the best scenes I've seen in a little while. It's a fantastic song. What a life.
Yeah.
And it plays, I think I'm not too sure if it plays throughout the movie a little bit, but maybe it's just the ending, the finale, where they drop it.
Yeah.
It's a really nice song. Mads does this fantastic dance where he's drinking, jumping, kicking, swinging.
Yeah.
He's doing this really amazing dance, and I think that moment kind of symbolizes that he's kind of celebrating life.
Yeah.
That he's accepted to move in a more positive direction.
Yeah.
He's got hope from his wife. They kind of stay together and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And decides to, you know what, I am going to fucking dance again.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And it's an amazing scene.
I agree, and I think also I don't think he's that drunk. Yeah. Like how much alcohol?
We were that drunk.
How much alcohol do you reckon you'd need to dance like Mads danced?
Well, you don't want to be too drunk because he actually.
How much would you need to have the courage
to do the dance?
Like that? Yeah.
I don't know.
To dance like that.
To dance like that.
Like Patrick Swayze does.
Oh, God, it's so good.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like
You need to be pretty cooked.
What's like a good level? Like 5 drinks?
To dance like that in the street.
Nah, but he doesn't. I think he chooses to not give a fuck.
But I'm getting to a point though. That's the thing. I'm saying he's starting to get to that point of life, or point in his life where he's like, I don't need the alcohol or as much alcohol.
You might be right.
Yeah. So I think that's what the story is kind of leading to. He's finally built the courage in his own life to do what is necessary.
Yeah.
Have you finally done what is necessary?
What is necessary?
Yeah, to do what is necessary to be happy.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't before. And he's done all these things, even forgiving his wife for cheating on him. And that's a big thing because he knew he was part of the problem.
He fucking let her down in some way, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I think you're right. I think maybe he's not as drunk as before.
Yeah. Because he was at other times really drunk and didn't have that.
He does have the bottle with him, so he is downing it.
Yeah,
so
he's downing it.
He's downing it, but he's kind of
But yeah, he's kind dancing, of doing it. He's dancing like he's never danced before.
Like he's never danced.
Yeah.
But yeah,
what a finale!
What a finale!
Very memorable. Yeah. Just I kind of celebrate. Yeah. Again, celebrate the roller coaster he kind of been through, and he's kind of on top now.
Yeah, exactly. He's kind of accepted it. There's more hope for his life, and he's dancing again.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting because I've listened to Mads speak about this, and obviously he had to choreograph this fucking dance.
So is he got a dancing background?
He has, yeah. So he mentioned that he hasn't danced. Just like his character, he hasn't danced for about 30 years.
Is that what he said?
Yeah. And then when Vinterberg told him, he's like, Mads, I want you to dance. He had to, jump back into it. And he also says that Vinterberg purposefully put that scene in the film because he wanted to see Mads dance. Yeah. Because they have a working relationship. They've done films before together.
Yep.
Like the film The Hunt, which we'll get to in a second. So he had to kind of dance again and do his thing, and he wanted to really do it. And he choreographed this whole thing, for the longest time. They shot that scene over 2 days. And Mads says that it was very daunting. He had to it was the hardest work he had to do probably on the film because it's very physical. He had to dance his heart away.
Oh God, yeah.
But it was amazing.
He didn't stop.
Yeah.
No, really loved it.
Yeah, it was awesome. Other trivia for the film includes a couple of interesting stories of how this film got made.
Okay.
So the sad truth of the film is that the director Thomas Vinterberg unfortunately lost his daughter, Ida Maria Vinterberg.
Car accident.
So, oh my God. I guess
I remember the Oscars.
Yeah, he gave a nice speech at the Oscars. So it was meant to be, the script was meant to have Mads' character was meant to have a son and a daughter. Yeah. And she was originally meant to play the daughter.
Oh, that's right.
And I think it was about 2 weeks, 4 days into shooting the film that she had a car accident in Belgium.
Oh my God.
and she passed away.
Yeah.
So the film is, you know, dedicated to her.
And he still made the film.
Yeah, he still made a film. Like, I don't even understand how he could have done that, you know, like to continue and to do all that.
I know.
But he wanted to do it for her because I think originally he got the idea from her because she would always tell him stories about the drinking that happens with a lot of the young kids and stuff like that, and all the different stories and stuff like that. Because apparently it's also like, I was reading up on it. So Denmark has some of the highest rates of teenage drinking in the world.
Yeah.
So the World Health Organization reported in 2020 that Danish 15-year-olds consumed alcohol at nearly double the European average.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. They don't love to drink. I guess it's a cultural thing.
Yeah.
But I guess that's where the story kind of stems from. You know, like she would kind of tell him these stories, and he kind of wanted to make that film, and she wanted to be involved in it. I think she was about 20 years old at the time, or 19. Yeah, so she was super young, but she was kind of at that age where she was probably involved with a lot of those kind of crowds and things like that, those kind of stories. So it was inspired.
Yeah, so it was dedicated to her, so he would have pushed on through for her.
Yeah,
which is good, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was interesting. A lot of people speculate that they would actually be drinking while filming the film.
Yes. What is
which is not true.
Okay.
There was no alcohol on the set.
Yeah?
But after they finished filming the scenes, boy, would they drink.
Yeah.
They talked about doing like alcohol boot camp.
Okay.
So the actors,
like training?
Yeah, like a drinking boot camp, which sounds fantastic.
Okay.
So Mads and the
like the
other actors.
Well,
it was more for them to like just to see what the specific different levels do to their behavior, their speech.
Okay, yeah.
So it was like an actors boot camp for drinking, right? Because
method acting.
Yeah, it was method acting. They wanted to figure out, you know, kind of, you know, what changes do they get a little bit more, you know, whatever way, study each other. So they all did this boot camp. I think it went for either a week or a little bit longer. I don't know the finer details. But yeah, they did that and then kind of tested each other to see, what they kind of behaved and kind of used that. Yeah.
Okay, and then they can add, and they probably added that into the script and whatnot.
Exactly. Yeah, and worked on that. Oh god. So that was kind of the interesting part. Obviously, they didn't really drink during the filming.
Probably smart.
Probably smart. Yeah. There's a great scene in the film where they're super drunk, like extremely drunk, because that's when they kind of want to push to see what the limits are.
Yeah. Is that when they're running down the street after the
running the street and they're going to the supermarket?
Yeah.
And they're like fumbling and falling.
Oh, yeah.
So that was like, I think that's one of my top scenes for the film.
Okay.
Because it's really like it's interesting to see, really funny to see, and especially it's like showing like what their perspective of that is and what everyone else's perspective is.
Yeah.
So that was a really good one. And I think obviously the dance scene at the end of the film, top scene. I mean, a lot of great scenes in the film, but those two kind of stand out for me.
Yeah.
When they're getting absolutely plastered, and then Mads kind of deciding to finally dance.
Yeah. Dance again.
Yeah. What were your memorable scenes?
Again, the end, like you said.
You
can't really move past that. But really, like I think I touched on it before. But when the teachers, the sports teacher, like the kids kick a goal, and he's like, it's like really, Denmark winning, the grand final, the championship.
Championship.
And I was
the granny.
So because I used to coach and stuff when I was younger, and just having that passion. Because I remember when I was 14, 15. I used to coach like under 10s, 12s, whatever. Yeah. My brother and we won a grand final and I felt over the moon, like just pure innocent joy. And I felt like as you get older, you kind of lose that passion for that kind of stuff. And you could just see it was back for him, And he wasn't just like, I'm drunk. It was like, come on, let's go.
He really
let's get him. So I think that was a good one for me.
Yeah, I guess that leads to the question: who the fuck do you think you are? In another round, and is it the PE teacher? The
See, I feel like I would never be like the PE teacher.
You wouldn't drink that way.
I probably would be the PE teacher drunk at school.
Yeah, you'll be the teacher that's drinking at school.
Yeah, but I think
who did you resonate? Well, I mean, who did you resonate the most with in this film?
Probably. I reckon I would have been Mads.
You want to be the Mads, don't you?
Yeah. Not want to be. I reckon I would have been Mads.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I don't know, like. Ken sometimes gonna get in his way, but Ken at the same time can realize what he's done wrong and can kind of move forward. If that makes sense. Yeah, and like, you know, I don't dance anymore like I used to dance.
Like I used to dance. I used to be a fantastic dancer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Mads is a good choice.
But I think I want to be the wife.
Who's just getting around.
Yeah, she's sexy.
Doing whatever she wants.
How about yourself? Who did you resonate, you reckon?
Look, I want to say Mads as well because I just like Mads.
So you want to be Mads?
I want to be him.
Yeah.
But who was I really? I don't know. I think we skipped past the family man, who's one of the teachers, right? He's just, you know, he's got a family, but he
pisses the bed.
Pisses the bed, you know. Not saying that I pissed the bed, but
I've seen it.
But I've seen it. I don't know. I think his character was interesting as well.
Okay.
But yeah, I think I resonate with Mads's understanding and his growth throughout the film. You know, that he's kind of at this point, he wants to kind of do something a little bit more. He wants to, like, you know, he wants to dance again. And I think we all want to dance again.
Cue music.
With the music.
Yeah. 100%. No, completely agree. But yeah, I think I would be Mads, and I want to be Mads.
And I really want to be.
I definitely want his ending, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I want to be where he is at the end of the film.
Oh god.
Would you say that this is Mads Mikkelsen's creme de la creme?
Creme de la creme.
I'm going to give you his filmography.
Give me his filmography. Hit me.
And we'll do our little creme de la creme segment.
Mads round?
Where we'll do.
Are we doing Casino Royale onwards, or is there anything before Casino Royale?
Come, Mr. Bond. Oh, we're gonna do Casino Royale.
But is there anything before that?
He's definitely done a lot of films before that.
Because I just know him from Casino.
God, is he good? We both really love Mads.
Oh, yeah. Huge fans.
Huge fans, but we haven't seen him in everything.
Okay.
We've still got a couple of movies to watch.
But I feel like we've
seen some.
I've seen at least 4 or 5.
We've seen enough to recognise Mads.
It's hard with the international demographic.
The international market.
Yeah.
It's called the Wayne Financial Ability.
Yeah, you wouldn't understand.
It's really complicated. All right, so I'll give you a couple of movies that we would probably
start from the bottom.
That we would recognise.
No, but start from the bottom.
From the top.
From Casino Royale.
From Casino Royale.
Yeah, unless there's anything we know before Casino Royale.
Okay, let me just check.
Just quickly.
Just quick fact check. Casino Royale. Casino.
How do you spell that?
He was in King Arthur.
Which one?
Like the 2004 King Arthur
with
film.
Clive Owen.
Yeah, Clive Owen. That's right.
Oh, get Clive Owen. Yeah. Who wrote that? Emma Thompson.
Yeah, I bet it was.
Yeah.
He's
so Casino
on a bunch of shit.
Yeah,
he's done Danish dubs for like movies like Cars.
Dude, I love Cars.
All right, Casino Royale.
All right, Cars is my favorite.
Casino Royale.
Yeah.
There's a movie called Valhalla Rising, but I haven't seen it. But I've heard of it.
I've seen it on Netflix, but never watched it.
Interesting. Clash of the Titans.
Oh yeah, he's in Clash. Is he bad in that movie?
I don't know. I hated those movies.
I watched them both, but yeah, they were garbage.
He was in the Three Musketeers in 2011.
Can I do my Sam Worthington from Clash of the Titans? What am I supposed to do?
Where's Zeus?
That's his accent, by the way.
That's his accent, by the way. It's very Australian.
Hey, give me the knife.
That's not a knife. This is a knife. I don't think we know some of the other films, or they were
Pandora.
Kind of shit. Pandora.
Right.
Welcome to Pandora.
Yeah.
How you going,
boys? Ready?
So in 2012.
Yes. Clash of the Titans.
2012.
Yeah.
He did The Hunt with Thomas Vinterberg.
And that's a favourite of yours.
It's great.
It's great.
It's great.
Yeah.
I really like The Hunt. I think it's a really good movie.
Thomas, yeah.
I know Thomas Vinterberg for
yeah.
Then he did like Charlie Countryman, The Salvation. I don't think I know that one. Doctor Strange.
Dr. Stephen Strange.
Rogue One.
Rogue One, yes.
Arctic.
Arctic, yeah.
That was alright. I liked Arctic.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah.
You sick fuck. At Eternity's Gate. I don't think I've seen that. What's that?
Jesus, we need to have a...
Oh, that's the Willem Dafoe film when he plays Van Gogh.
Have you seen it?
No.
Sorry, this is really good information.
Really good info. The movie Polar, that was like a Netflix film, which was very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And then he did Another Round.
Okay. So your creme de la creme, hit me.
But you know, we got to judge it by what we've seen Mads in.
Yeah.
You know, we haven't seen
cremes.
some of his older films, some of the Danish ones, which we should.
Yeah.
I'm keen to.
One day.
Yeah. But would you put Hannibal in that?
Well, that's the thing. I'm gonna say it, and if you don't like it, you can send it right back.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it back.
Hannibal's my my Mads creme de la creme.
Creme de la creme.
I've just finished it recently as well.
Yeah.
Oh, I think he's definitely the best Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah.
I have seen Silence of the Lambs, Red Dragon, and the other.
Have you seen Manhunter?
Yeah. I have seen
I have seen
and he's better than Brian Cox in that movie.
That's right.
But no, the dialogue in that, and he's so good in it. I definitely recommend Hannibal for anyone who hasn't seen Hannibal.
Do you reckon that's the best you've seen him?
Best I've seen him.
Okay.
Closely followed by, I wish I could say another round, but I have to say, come, Mr. Bond. Come.
No, we both enjoy killing just as much as I do.
Yeah, no, but Casino Royale, that's isn't that what shot him into the spotlight?
It was, yeah. He gave him like that villainous role, and everyone's like, who's this?
Yeah.
Sexy man.
Sexy Danish man.
Yeah. Well, he got
Mr.
Hannibal.
Beach.
Mr. Beach. Come. Well, he got that. He got Hannibal shortly after that.
Did he?
Yeah, and it was because of that.
No, it wasn't.
It was.
Hannibal was a lot later, wasn't it?
Hannibal was 2013.
And Casino Royale was like 2007.
Yeah, you're right. You know what?
Sorry,
Scratch that.
Facts right, yeah.
I heard him talk about an interesting story. I was talking about when they released like a little action figure of him as Hannibal. And he was like, that was so cool. like that he had like his own like little action figure.
Flesh-eating man.
Yeah.
Action figure.
He's like, Mads, you're an action hero now.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Yeah. But I think my favorite Mads story
hit me. Favorite Mads story. Wait, you haven't hit me with your creme.
I'll get to it.
Oh, okay.
I'll get to it.
All right, hit me.
But first, my favorite Mads story, which is
this your creme?
When he was being cast for Casino Royale.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
And he came in to do an audition.
Yeah.
Right.
I love auditions.
And he was doing an audition. Daniel Craig was there.
Oh, I love Daniel.
And the director of the film was super busy that day, running around.
As you are.
You know, what the hell? Didn't have any time.
Was that the director of Green Lantern?
Was it?
No, it wasn't, was it?
It was directed by Martin Campbell.
Is that the...
I don't know if he did.
Maybe he did something else.
I'm going to tell you right now.
Oh, did he do Zorro?
He did The Sex Thief in 73.
Love The Sex Thief.
No, he did Edge of Darkness. He did The Legend of Zorro, yeah.
Legend of Zorro. Love Legend of Zorro.
The Mask of Zorro.
Podcast.
He did Goldeneye.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why
did you do Green Lantern?
He did.
Yeah, I told you. Yeah, I thought so.
I fucking told you.
But acclaimed director just ruined it with Green Lantern. But great critic.
He's actually got some really good films.
Oh, we're going to definitely do a Mask of Zorro podcast.
Martin Campbell, I apologize. We're going to do a proper
I'm
deep
sorry,
dive
back to your story. So director's super busy.
Mads Mikkelsen,
wants to
he's waiting there to audition for the character Le Chiffre. And director's running around, super busy for him. He comes into the room. He's like, Mads, I don't have time for you today. You got the part. Craig is sitting there.
He just got it.
And I think them two went for like a smoke. They were like...
Wait, he just got the role?
He got the role.
He didn't even audition?
Yeah.
So how did he get it?
He got it.
So Martin's like...
He's like, listen,
wait,
you got it.
European?
No, let me take it back.
What's his name? Martin Campbell.
Martin. He's Danish. No, let me get this
American
right.
Dane.
Mads auditioned, I think, maybe a couple of times, but not a lot of times.
So you have to go through...
You have to go through a process.
Okay, sweet.
It's not like you just walk through the door. It's like, Mads,
you're sexy.
It's a big movie. It's a big production. He auditioned a couple of times. Craig had to audition a fuck ton of times.
Yeah.
Craig's also sitting
He went
there.
through the ropes.
They go for a smoke. The director's super busy. Tells him, Mads, I don't have time for you today. Yeah. He's got the accent again. He's Danish. Yeah. Mads, I don't have the time. You got to part.
Yeah. Love you.
Mads super happy. Him and Craig are having a cigarette. And Craig's like, turns around and looks at him. He's like, who did you fuck? It's a great story.
Oh, God.
Mikkelsen tells Craig this in a recent catch-up they did. It's just on fine film.
You can see, with Daniel, was he cut?
Daniel was so cut.
I went through all this shit.
No, but he was super happy. I think Craig was super happy that he got that part because he knows, the right people were cast for the roles. Yeah. So he had a lot more confidence. He had like the weight of the world on his shoulders at that point. He had to carry a James Bond.
Would you say Mads is the best part of Casino Royale?
Come, Mr. Bond. I definitely think so.
Yeah. Also, sorry, sidebar. Can I get a sidebar?
Get a sidebar.
Judge, can I get a sidebar?
Sure. Approved.
Is Casino Royale the best James Bond movie?
I think that's another podcast in itself.
For another time.
For another time.
Yeah.
Hint, hint. Maybe it is.
Yep.
Going back to the creme de la creme from Mads.
It's not Casino.
You know what? For me, when I think of Mads, I think sexy. I think Le Chiffre.
Yeah.
I've recently started watching Hannibal and I really like it. And I think I would come to the same conclusion as you if I continue, which I will.
Yeah.
And I will finish it very soon.
But right now, what is it? Don't tell me what will. Tell me what is.
It is Casino Royale.
I knew it. You Danish fuck.
You Danish fuck. It's Casino Royale.
Oh, God.
When Martin came to me and he was like, watch my movie. It's definitely Casino Royale.
Yep.
He stands out. It's memorable. Obviously, we've known him after the fact.
Yeah, I think Doctor Strange, Rogue One.
Yeah,
exactly. But Rogue One was very disappointing. I feel like they've wasted his acting for a better role. I could see him as like an experienced Jedi.
Yeah.
Like that's been lost and just like hiding away from everyone.
He's got the lightsaber and he's like, who did you fuck?
He's got like maybe like an orange lightsaber, something different.
Something
sexy.
Mad, sexy.
Yeah. I feel like they wasted him. And Doctor Strange. I feel like he could be like another Doctor Strange.
He could have been so much more. He could have been Doctor Strange.
Oh, totally.
God. I'm going to recast that. Get out of here, Cumberbatch.
Yeah, God. But
I
would say Hannibal for me, Casino, then another round. How do you feel about that?
I think for me, creme de la creme is Casino Royale, as in that's him. Like when I think Mads, I think Casino Royale. But his best performance, I think it's a tie for me between Another Round and The Hunt.
Yeah. Okay.
But I think as I watch Hannibal more, I'm predicting that that's gonna top it.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at.
Because you like where it's going. Honestly, I can't even explain how good Hannibal gets.
I can't wait.
And it was like he was born to play this role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's crazy.
Because he just looks so creepy, but at the same time, he's sexually appealing.
He's sophisticated.
You know how like the problem in Hollywood is now that they're hiring sexy guys to play serial killers, like Ted Bundy, like Zac Efron and stuff. Like that's what it is with him. He's
too sexy.
He's eating people, but you're like, oh,
it's okay.
Do you want to eat me? Like,
you can eat me next.
Let me see you get really mad.
Let me see you get real mad, Mads. Yeah, I get that. I think, I think that's a great role for him. So I'm very excited to finish that.
Definitely recommend Hannibal to everyone. Man.
Yeah, watch Hannibal. I have to watch it too. Yeah. So I think that's his creme de la creme. It's really subjective. Yeah. It's kind of what you're remembering him from. Some people might have just seen Hannibal and thought, oh, it's that guy from Hannibal.
He was in a James Bond movie once.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
He was really good at that.
Yeah. Oh, wasn't he in Doctor Strange?
Yeah, was he?
Yeah.
So I think it's, I just want to double check, but I think it's at least the second or third time that them two have done a film together. Vinterberg and Mads Mikkelsen.
So it's Another Round, The Hunt, and you're hoping for a third?
I feel like there was another film, so I'm gonna quickly look this up because I do think they might have done something in the past. Thomas.
Just two?
So.
Just
I think
two?
It is two.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it is two. Well, I'm excited to see what else they do.
I'm sure that there'll be a trilogy.
Yeah.
Of the pair.
They should do another like drinking movie. Yeah. So overall, it's
what are your final thoughts? Hit me.
It's a great film.
Yeah. Definitely recommend to everyone.
Yeah. I mean, I like the Danish title, Druk.
Druk. Yeah.
Apparently, it's a word that they use there that you really can't translate.
Can you druk?
Can I druk?
Another round? Can you get me a druk?
Well, it doesn't actually mean another round.
Oh, it doesn't mean that?
So druk is like
loser.
It means you're a loser. I think it means like to binge drink.
Oh, okay. So another round.
So druk is a past participle of drink. Druk means affected by alcohol to the extent of losing control of one's faculties or behavior.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
it's their kind of word for like that. Yeah. And then another round is the English version of the name.
Because we're lazy pieces of shit.
We just want another round.
Yeah, we can't do subtitles.
Yeah, we don't do that.
No.
But overall really like the film. I would give it a really high rating.
Yep.
I don't think we've tested it against the Rotten Tomato, have we?
Oh, I'm saying 90.
90?
92.
What would you give it?
92 as well.
Oh, I agree with you.
Yeah, I give it high 9.
It's 92.
It's actually...
Yeah. Did you look it up?
No.
There you go.
I never looked at it.
It feels right.
Yeah, it felt good.
It felt right.
Yeah, I think I'm on point today.
Yeah. I think you're at 0.05 today. Yeah, I think I'll give it a high rating. I agree with that Rotten Tomato rating.
Just before we finish up though.
Yeah.
Again, I know we touched on it before with the student, but...
Don't do it.
But can you agree with such ideology? This drinking.
Would I do the experiment?
Yeah. Could you find yourself doing this?
I don't think so. I would do it for a week or two, but then there's a risk of maybe liking it too much.
And losing your job.
And I think we... Yeah,
so you don't feel that this is a celebration of alcohol and alcoholism and it's damaging lives around the world?
It's showing the impact that it can have.
Yeah.
But it's also kind of a celebration of, having a couple of drinks is okay.
The movie's more than that. It's not telling you. It's showing you what you can do when you go over. So
it's not telling you. It's showing you.
Yeah. So it's also saying there's moderation in everything.
Yeah.
And you can enjoy yourself in these areas as long as you don't take it overboard and you keep yourself in check. And it's with everything in life.
Check yourself.
Sorry, this is a universal life coaching podcast.
I love it.
But love the movie. I can't, like you said, I hope there's a third pair of
I would love to see that.
And Mads.
Yeah, that's great. I think everyone should check it out. It's available on YouTube to purchase. Otherwise, I don't think it's on any streaming platform, but check it out.
Yeah,
Druk.
definitely. All right.
Thanks, Dane.
Yeah, no, thank you, Sin. Thank you for having me. I don't know what to do with my hands.
What do I do with my hands? And we go out with our song.